Hello everyone, happy Sunday and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the OoTR Standard Tournament Season 7 race. This is Game 2 between Exodus and Xavi. Tracking today we have MC Hundy and Blue Roses for You, and on commentary we have Star and Natasha. I'm going to hand it over to the two of them. Hope everyone enjoys the race.
Hi everyone, how are you doing, Natasha?
I'm not doing too bad. How about you, Star?
Not bad. Looking forward to a good match here. We've got ourselves game 2 between these runners. In brackets round 1. Let's see. Xavi took game 1. As you can see, that was their first 1v1 matchup. They were a pretty closely matched pair. We had a really good race last time. I was on comms for that. For those who missed it, it mostly came down to a choice between Stone Fire versus Stone Water Tunnel.
Oh goodness. Okay. All right, Stone Fire, Stone Water. That's a thing. So were there items in both that they needed? In either one of those?
No. Fire was the answer. Water was not.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's what it came.
There was also some funny logic involved with about a half of both bomb bags and hook shots. It was the settings are friendly. It was reachable only. I forgot what the other major was. Nothing too weird. It just ended up being a bit of a lousy seed, mostly. So we'll see how this one goes, because you want to talk about our settings today.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So today... Oh, I haven't actually caught up with the settings. Today, for the picks for the race, are Open Deku Tree from Xavi and Closed Door of Time from Exodus. We have one Cuckoo from Exodus, which is a great pick, and Free Scarecrow's Song, another one of my favorites.
Yeah. So also, I have to say, I have to laugh at the Closed Door of Time here, as I think we switched to the race scene. We start with Song of Time.
Yeah, I guess we're starting as child here, right? So we're Closed Door of Time kind of puts a different spin on the race. So we're going to be spending a decent amount of time as child. Open Deku Tree, though, I appreciate. I guess we'll see a couple of our runners going straight in. Well, we'll see them going straight into Deku Tree. There's a number of checks there anyway, so it's one of those things where you might as well get it done because it's open anyway, and you're going to be spending a sizable amount of time as child before you get the opportunity to open up the Door of Time.
Yep. Well, in this case, we actually don't need to find Song of Time. We started with it. They can
you're quite right.
Excuse me. That's what I was trying to say.
Apologies for that. So, okay, well, that's going to be easy. We just have to go there. Okay, fair enough.
Yep. It is entirely surprising the child start. There's not a lot of song checks available as child, but it is funny. Just kind of that setting check just ended up basically being a non-issue.
All right, and I guess we're sort of getting ready to go. Will you imagine that Exodus or Xavi will opt to go adult pretty quickly? I mean, I guess we're starting with normal spawns, so I imagine we're going to see both of them do Kikiri Forest and Lost Woods to start off with.
Deku as well is just a lot of free checks, regardless of whether that's a stone or medallion. Is oh my goodness, how many big chests is that game?
Wow, okay.
3 big chests, okay. There's a hammer, okay.
And a bow, was that?
And a strength upgrade. Okay, we just start with game.
All right,
Xavi heading straight for the Deku Tree. 1500 HPA is a hook shot. Well, that's a very good hit to have.
Oh, wow, okay.
This is looking like a jet. You might have just cursed as Ventinor, but this is certainly a start, that's for sure. Nothing in the curious sword chest. Oh, actually, not nothing. Small chest, but it is bomb shoes, and forest is path to bongo. Okay, good hints. Until OT of Hona, that would be rude, yeah. I find it interesting that Xavi's gone straight into the Deku Tree rather than do Kokiri first, but I guess it's not like you're really going to find anything in Kokiri that's going to make Deku faster, so it doesn't make
Yeah,
a
it's going to
significant
have
difference.
no impact at all. And I guess if Xavi's routing is going to be to go straight out of here and then up through Kikiri Forest to Lost Woods, then it kind of makes sense. I always find with open Deku that Deku Tree is very generous. So I guess we'll see this time.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be, especially since we found 3 major items in Midas House because game's funny. Not taking the first few shots of Deku though, so moving on. Yeah, 3 mages and shoes in Midas House, so as long as it hopefully it's not the 5 fact, but if it's a 10 or even the 20, we'll have a nice ability to go check out Lost Woods. Clear a decent amount of it, though we won't be able to do most of Child Goron City right now.
Getting understanding what's in those checks in Lost Woods are going to be very, very helpful. I wonder if either Xavi or Exodus will make a break into Goron City with that. We have a big chest in Deku Tree right now on Xavi's side, and that is a Biggoron sword.
Okay. Nice to have. The first
early.
real letdown of the seat, though, as far as big feature items go.
Yeah, maybe. I suppose it's not going to impact either of these players. They're both extremely good at the game. The Biggoron sword may make a few things a little bit easier, but it's not going to have too much of an impact.
Nope. Oh, hey, more big chests. Yay.
Open Deku. Here's where it's a stone of agony, and I eat my words. Oh, slingshot.
Well, okay, I guess here's our logical inflation for why not, I guess.
Nice to have that just before going into Lost Woods, though, because we can get that target out of the way.
That's for sure. And the yellow bar on Xavi's side of the screen indicates that he took Game 1 in this best of 3 series. Incoming Deku Tree to Goma, possible. Would be a little annoying, I mean, but we'll see. We did start with a medallion, so
yeah, not
if
a very
they
useful
exist,
medallion.
every medallion should get a path.
Yeah, we don't have a very useful medallion today, but a medallion none the same.
Started with a light medallion, yeah, which doesn't do anything other than be a medallion.
Hey, it gets us to where we need to be, I guess.
Yeah. Chat reminds me, I've actually the knee slingshot. I'm actually not sure what the French for slingshot is off the top of my head. I've learned a lot of random words from the Francophone random community over the years. I don't know why I never learned the word for slingshot. Fond or a lance-pierre, I guess, are the 2 things my translation site gives me. One chat saying lance-pierre, which is a stone thrower, is the literal translation on that.
And Goma giving us a heart piece there. And is Goma a medallion? It is. Goma is a spirit medallion.
Yep. Alright. So we're gonna take up all the items out of Midas house now.
Happy birthday, Xavi. Look at all these great presents you've just got.
Yep.
It's not actually Xavi's. It might be Xavi's birthday. I don't actually know. It's just that's a lot of gifts.
Yeah. And Xavi not going for Lost Woods, which is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, I guess heading over to Long Long Ranch here.
Seems like it. Which is a curious play. I would have gone and cleared Lost Woods for the song and for the items, but That is an option. No, Xavi did case for chest, I think. My safe code out of Lon Lon, I guess, but from Lon Lon it'd be easy to just get to market after that.
I suppose if you're in the back room, though, it's a bit of a pain to get all the way around the horse paddock and back out.
I guess.
Maybe if Xavi's planning on going through Lost Woods into Goron City, then he can make the run from Kakariko.
Oh, wait, did we get two chew packs? I missed it if we did. Just get the training. And yeah, Talon's chickens for Xavi and Spirit Med for Exo. Chupak and K-Sword chest and Chupak and Mitos. Right, that's what it was. Oops. And Xavi doesn't have enough money for Talon's chicken, so he has to go upstairs to get some.
Luckily, there are 2 blue rupees up there, so it's,
okay. What if the two Chupaks is a 20-pack?
That's lucky.
Because Exo has 30 of them. He is fine on explosives. 30 is the lens. Hopefully we don't need that.
There's a few checks that do. I guess Lost Woods, not Lost Woods. Excuse me. The lens minigame is the only thing that these runners might lead the lens for. I guess logical access, but what these runners can actually access themselves outside of logic is probably just a lens minigame.
Yep. Nothing on Talon's chickens, just a refund.
Nice early lens minigame.
Or not refund. That was arrows. Exo got some money off the Woods target. Right. Hey Nats, how's the pleasant training our runner so far? Well, Closed Door of Time is a literal non-issue since they started with Song of Time this seed, and otherwise, we've gotten a lot of stuff to start at CL on Malin. Yes, the most limited Kokiri ever. We got a bow, we got a hammer, we got a strength, and we got 30 chews. As Xavi is skipping the Lon Lon Ranch Tower, which is a really interesting play here. Okay.
I've seen this happen before.
That's a very risky play.
Right, it's just a little bit too far away and maybe wants to make that run to market that you said
Oh,
earlier.
Interesting. Crater's path to Bonko as well, so we have one removed. One of our paths is not getting hinted there, which implies that there's either multiple slingshots or maybe there's multiple bomb eggs or DC or something. Feroz is also a nice find.
No magic yet, but it will be helpful when we get that.
Possibly no Goma path since Goma had nothing, and the Woods target had nothing, so it's likely there's a second slingshot available someplace since there's not much it could lock it. The only thing Goma locks is the light arrow cutscene.
What happens in that case
when... medallion.
Right, so if we don't have a path to Goma, we have
then one of the other paths gets chosen to one of the other dungeons. So in this case, we already got 2 Bongo paths, so we know one of our medallion dungeons doesn't have it. So it could be Deku. If DC's a medallion, it could be that 4th is also potential because there's multiple slingshots, multiple bows, multiple strengths. And not multiple slingshots, multiple hook shots, although we know where one of those is. We have 1 bow, we have 1 strength, and both Minyu and Sarias can be potential accesses to Forest Temple. I guess this Child Spirit for Slingshot locked. Speaking of Spirit, hi Mirror Shield, but that's unlikely.
Oh wow!
Just give the gate runners all the items, apparently.
We'll have 1 at the end that we can't find. It's fine.
Arrow Castle Fairy for Xavi. Fire Temple is foolish. Good hint. And it looks like the K-Sword chest was the 20-pack, and the Mitos House pack I choose was the 10-pack, since Xavi only got the Mitos House pack, and he has 10, whereas Exo is 30. And Bolero, speaking of Foolish Fire Temple, that is a new song, though.
And a whoop song.
Yep. Temple of Time is foolish. Yeah, we don't need that slingshot for anything, apparently. That also means either Prelude or Serenade is going to be on the is it going to be on the Prelude check? Nothing. I think they're on the Castle Fairy. And Burning Cat is a bonus song. We're not getting that hookshot for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And Skull Mask is dead. Good hand. Yeah, I'm surprised too that Xavi skipped the silo but checks Hyrule Castle Fairy. I guess Hyrule Castle Fairy at least has a hint to go with it, plus time of day. Yeah, it's possible longshot isn't required, but if it is, they're not going to be happy about it. Okay, nothing there.
Mm-hmm. And Richard just giving us some a heart, not a heart piece, just a heart.
And yes, that would make water either a stone or the water shadow medallion is correct. We know shadow itself is a medallion, but we don't know about water. Let's see, SFM is path to Volve. Fire is foolish still. Spirit is path to Rova, and Temple of Time is still foolish. Both foolish duplicates and 2 new paths at Temple of Time. Okay. This is entertaining, and Foolish Fire is my medallion, of course.
Hopefully they'll find the boss key pretty early and then they can just get in there and get out.
Yeah. SFM could be path to, SFM could be path to Volf or Bolero for access if that locks, Okay, Kokiri is path to King Dodongo. Okay, game.
How? Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess we know our 4 medallions is going to be, or 4 mini medallions are Shadow, Fire, Spirit, and DC, and that's got to be the bow, the strength, or the hammer. Take your pick. I'm assuming we might get a vanilla bomb this seed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, DC, Spirit, Fire, and then Shadow is our specific medallion layout. Yeah, Strength, Bow, and Hammer, one of those, or all of them are path. And yeah, DC is the forest medallion, locks either or serenade on the previous checks since Temple of Time. Foolish. Yeah, water is a stone, so we probably don't need that hookshot on HBA. Unfortunately, we know that is going to be our long shot, since you need a hookshot to beat Spirit Temple for Burning Cack. Yeah, there has to be, out of Strength, Bow, and Hammer, one of those 3 probably locks all of the bomb bags somehow. Which is not here, though this is currently bomb hammer locked. OGC is a Goron tunic. Great, thanks. Don't think they care.
Have a bit of a split here with Exodus hanging out as a child for a little bit longer, with Xavi going to an adult and doing the Kakariko run.
Yep.
At night. So no Anju.
No, but he's probably going to go beat DC, honestly, with this item set. There's a really good chance we have a vanilla bomb bag, to be honest, that DC path, with that Kokiri path.
Vanilla bomb bag is the theme.
A Strength and Hammer gets you most of the front of DC. It could also be a bomb bag right here, because this is currently hammer locked. Nope, ice arrows. No thanks. Although the number of big chests we've seen is frankly a little bit stupid this seed. Even ours sometimes, and even our hints have mostly pointed to major items. Because we have a hinted lens, a hinted hookshot, and a hinted Goron tunic, because game's got jokes. And it's almost daytime now for Xavi anyway.
Perfect.
But anyhow, beating DC, which he's going to do with or without a bomb bag, is going to set it to daytime, so we're fine. No, T-hint, no, and alright. Is Xavi going to be screwed over by the silo? No, that looks like a recovery heart. Or something. Like arrows, recovery heart, something he doesn't want. Blue fire arrows is an option to draft in these settings. It is not, was not picked for this seed, so no.
It's a shame. It would be a good addition, but maybe for another season.
Brock 2 is dead. Alright, that's not really a surprise.
No. As with bomb chews as well, we can. Oh, well, actually, we've got strength bomb chews. We can get all the way up to Dodongo with what we have, right? Out of
We can
but
full
we
clip
can
AC.
do it. Mm-hmm.
Everything up to and including the bridge chest is available with a strength and a hammer.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, we can just do a trick. Well, yeah, Xavi and Exodus can open up the bomb chew's eyes, Dodongo's eyes with a bomb chew, but that would be out of logic.
Yep. And unfortunately, Xavi losing a chew there, that's a bit of a bummer. No Store of Time means you have to find Song of Time in the Ocarina. Not the 3 spiritual stones, just the Song of Time in the Ocarina. That's actually the vanilla requirement to open the Door of Time to change age. In this case, they started with the Song of Time, so it didn't matter at all. Normally, most races have the Door of Time open, because otherwise it just gets kind of annoying to have to go find Song of Time somewhere. Sometimes Song of Time is just nice like this.
Yeah, it didn't matter so much in the seed. Oh, Team by Shield. Yes, I'm with you there, Exodus.
Yep. Xavi's skipping the skull here on the vines, which is interesting. I guess it's a bit annoying to get without a ranged weapon, but we know 30 is a lens, which is probably not required until it is, and he didn't talk to the Skullhouse people while he was in CAC. We don't know what 40 and 50 are. Hey, bro, stupid generous seed so far is basically what it is. As you can tell from the trackers, we've got a lot.
Yeah, Kiri Forest was particularly generous. Getting a bow, a hammer, and some bomb chews there. We were looking forward to a vanilla bomb bag, but that hasn't quite happened yet. We've got one more check that we can check here to see if it's going to be French, but otherwise it would be a bomb-locked bomb bag if we find it anywhere else. Oh, I guess Xavi peeked it. So. Okay, so it was not.
No. But yeah, one of the strength bow or hammer, likely strength or hammer, is path to KD and Kikiri. There were also 30 chews in there, so just for the extra everything. And yeah, Exodus, unfortunately, fighting the mirror shield immediately after buying Hylian shield. Gabe's got jokes of it. Yeah, we also know where our long shot is. That's on HP 1500. OGC's got a Goron tunic. 30 skulls is the lens, and Burning Cack is a bonus. So Gabe's got some jokes on us. We've had some really nice hints. Force and Crater are both path to Bongo. SFM's path to Lavagia for Bolero at the moment. Spirit's path to Twinrova for who knows. And there's a big chest here. Or the Black Maverick.
Wow.
Thanks, Gabe. Gabe has jokes, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad find, especially for Xavi who didn't get the 20 pack of chews at the Kokiri sword chest, but also, really, Gabe? Now we just need a second analogic bag on King Dodongo's heart container. That's actually decently possible math. Next up, heading adult now. Plot twist, Kokiri Storms is your first bomb bag and Bolero's path to evolve to get Storms. That's possible. Serious business. Depends on the fire key layout, and we'd need to find a wallet too, as well, since we're not getting that OGC Goron tunic anytime fast. But it does seem likely that SFM's path to full for a Bolero for access right now. Could be Goron City Maze, Boundbag, True Chimp. I mean, there's various options. There's several grottos left in field and elsewhere that are openable with hammer, so. And yeah, Daycack now for Xavi. Gonna get man on roof and it. No, he did. Yeah, get man on roof. Andrew and check the skull house as well as graveyard here. Link the Goron could have. No, Link the Goron wouldn't make sense for the path because because either of two different items in Kokiri gets you to blow him up. Treasure chest game is dead. That's a really nice sometimes hint.
Yes, because now we don't have to get those 30 skulls.
We still might need 40 or 50 though to get Nocturne in the crater.
We're probably going to find out in a second.
And yeah, no OT Nocturne today. Let's see, Skull Mask is still dead. I did not catch the item on the volcano. Sorry, a song in the windmill is logical. Adult SFM access.
Mm-hmm.
Nocturne can't block Hook or Hover, so it shouldn't be Bolero Path. No, Hook or Hovers could be behind Fire Temple, though. Serious business. Bolero's Ansari to check. Which actually Xavi doesn't have because he skipped Lost Woods as SFM as child, so that's another thing to consider. The Volcano's $50. Thanks, champ. Oh yeah, Fire itself can't be is foolish, and HB can't be logical first hookshot because of Spirit, right? Serenade the Composer Grave and Heart Piece on Adult Shooting. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, Bolero doesn't lock anything directly. So there's something else in SFM that's not Bolero because yeah, Fire itself is foolish. 40 is dead. 50 is dead. All right. Yeah, Fire is foolish. We know the Prelude song has to be either Prelude or Serenade because the Temple of Time is foolish, which means that Bolero can't be Path 4 access because it couldn't lock anything, and there's our first hookshot. Anyway, hi Andrew!
Yeah, thank you for that. No, oh, well, yes, we don't have to do 1500 horseback archery right now to get that long shot.
Oh, more
unless
bomb
something's in water. Yeah.
Just give us all the items, game. Apparently, is just give us everything.
Hey, we don't have hover boots yet.
I mean, there's a decent chance they're in Forest Temple.
Yeah, that's true.
That said, speaking of things, Nocturne is guaranteed path to Bongo and Crater, so yawn. It is a very explosive scene, that's for sure. We found a bomb bag in 3 of our 5 chew packs. No clue what's on the crate, by the way. It was a heart, thanks. Magic Din's hover strength 2 for Globo 24 minutes in. Yeah, actually, yeah, no, just Din's hovers and strength for Globo 24 minutes in. Is comedically fast, even for these settings. No T can lock hovers or Dins. And actually possibly strength 2. Yeah. We know that SFM is path to Volvaji. It's either going to be the adult song or the Wolfos Grotto, since Bolero can't be it. I have been informed I've been a bit robot-y. Hopefully that helps. Just unplugged and replugged my mic tends to fix it. Oh yeah, strength 2 locks AD because long shot. Right, thank you. Did we see Minuet the Wolfos Grotto? I can't remember. Thank you. So yeah, a Minuet check is going to be a song for Bongo, or not for Bongo, for Volv, which is going to be interesting to figure out what that is. Probably locking wallets, if I had to guess at this point, honestly. Spirit Path to Twin River, maybe Strength 2, could be a Fire Source. There's a few stupid possibilities. Forest of Bongo, one of Diddler Hoppers is probably in there. Yeah, Chip, I think the SFM Path Evolve is a wallet because the Tunix no GC, and we're not getting that very fast. Requiem does have to be Spirit Temple access here for the record. That is true, Wayfaring Fox, because Longshot's opponents locked in opponents is Burning Cat Clock. Also, alright, Serenade here confirms that Preludes is vanilla, since I forgot that a minute ago. And yeah, DC for Exodus, he's going to clear this place and find out, find his bomb bag, and that's about it for items in here. And I think Xavi's heading up Death Mountain next. Yeah. Gonna clear Goron City into Lost Woods, I think. Forest Temple after Goron City, Lost Woods into Forest. But, oh, maybe, yeah, you have to go into Forest. It's stone, but it's Path to Bongo, so you're going in there until you find the item. And you want the Adel song anyway, since that is a thing. Does Ice have to lock Adel SFM? What? No, I don't think so. Sphera, anything bonker so far? We have everything. This has been a really, really stupidly generous start.
Yeah, we did find Sarias in the windmill, so we have logical access to Minuet check.
Yep, we do. I was very confused. I thought we needed the Ice Cavern, but yeah. Our missing songs for the Minuet check, which we know is going to be Path to Evolve, is going to be Requiem, Sunsong, or Storms. Likely Requiem or Storms for the Evolve path. Suns only locks one check, Minuet doesn't lock anything if it's vanilla. At least on these settings. Yeah, that's right, I'll find OT Requiem thing dumb. That's possible. Actually no, OT can't be Requiem, in fact, because Requiem locks Spirit, which locks Longshot, which locks OT. And skill on Link the Goron's funny game. I don't think that tells us anything right now, but it's funny.
Scale is in logic, but the bomb bag's not, right? Oh no, but we have other ways. But we have choose. No, we have hammer. Okay, I was just thinking if we can get
bow and strength are ways to blow Link the Goron up.
So we do have ways to get beans other than the scale.
Yeah. Oh no, scales are logical beam access. We don't have bombs, so we do have speed access. Not that we need beans for anything right now.
No,
OT's best shot is Storms.
Hammer, right? So hammer's logical beam access as well.
No, you can't use hammer as child.
Yes, of course. You make a good point.
And there's the other burning cat hint. We're missing 3 sometimes hints in our OT hint and our big Oron hint. So we've got all paths, and we're missing a foolish. We've got all paths, and we've got most of all these hints. It is in fact a rupee on the volcano, so we're fine there. I do think our runners will probably wait a bit on Fire Temple. It's foolish. They don't really need to get the water medallion in time fast, and they don't really have much health or a bottle to do full at the moment, so yeah.
What was that in the crater? Like hidden.
Crater Wall and Crater Heart Piece are
Mm.
both junk.
Oh yeah.
And Prelude is vanilla. Nasagi. Prelude. The Temple of Time is foolish, and we have Serenade, so Prelude has to be vanilla. Irons, DMC Fairy. That's not the thing we felt like seeing. DMC is Path to Bongo, but Nocturne is guaranteed path here, so that doesn't say much of anything.
No, that's true.
It does get us one check fountain, yes. Not that we have access to that. It's just kind of it exists. That's about it for right now. And Shadowpot is a key. Great. Sure. Not the most helpful of hints. Where's med for Exo?
And Xavi clearing up fairy fountains.
Yeah, I'd agree with Nath that the Shadowpot hint is better when it's not a key, so you can skip it. If it is a key, it's just kind of like, okay, next game.
Yeah, you just have to go do it.
Pretty much. Alright, what's the hint here? Oh hey, KZ's got another bow. Great.
Well,
that bow is presently very inaccessible, which is interesting to consider for that Kokiri path that we haven't solved yet. Someone in chat is asking if our Forest Temple to Bongo path could be a bomb bag. It could. Since bow and our first bow and our first strength were both in Kokiri, so one or both could be blocking the a bomb bag in Forest Temple without difficulty. Yeah, we don't know which one's path in Kokiri. We just know one of them is. And it still could be the Storm's Grotto, but the odds of that are low. Bongo, yep.
And Xavi picking up for roars. And we do have magic, so it's going to be useful later on.
Yep. And yeah, Forest is path to Bongo, which is why Xavi's going to... Well, Xavi's going there in part because SFM's path to Volvan, it's not Bolero, and in part because Forest is path to Bongo, and you need to do that, and Forest is full clearable. It's a question of what is in there, and how long does it take to find it? And if you find something like a bomb, and like, if you find something like, I don't know, Boomerang or Rita's Letter or something like that, where it's a questionable path, you stick around after that. Because we don't actually know what's going to be here in Forest Temple. I assume Exo's going to follow Xavi over to Forest as well in a few minutes. Jet's having some fun circular philosophy discussions. And Xavi making use of free scarecrow to make this place a little faster. Oh yeah, Xavi actually hasn't been to top SFM, I forgot, so he doesn't have Bolero, but in any case, he knows this place's path, and he's gonna... Whatever is here, he's gonna assume it's likely this for the path, which would be correct. So theoretically, where Storms and SFM were copy the option Suns, I mean, if it's Suns, you at least know where to go immediately. And it's Requiem, I'm not surprised. It implies that Spirit Temple or the Song at Colossus, which would probably be Storms, potentially Suns, is going to lock our wallets. Still some potential for some really wonky bomb bag logic, but we don't know that yet.
We have a big chest in forest though, right at the top here.
And Nehru's is not our path to Bongo.
That is not. Maybe if we had scrubs turned on, but not today.
Nope. Yeah, fire is doable whenever they feel like it. They just don't right now because no bottle and and not a lot of health. Strength 2, if it's in Child Spirit, would make Spirit completable. We don't know, so let's see what's Path to Bongo in Forest. Basically, is the big question right now.
Oh, I'm shooting for hovers, but I am also very intrigued about this bomb bag path.
It is because we know one of bow strength hammer is path. We know one bomb bag is hard bomb bag locked, which makes sense. And decent out of this place is bow and or strength locked, so.
Well, the first chest that we're seeing is second chest we're seeing is nothing. And we need a couple of keys to progress as well, so there's going to be a couple of keys in there.
Maybe it's our claim to get a strength, and strength relocks all of our Gornax tunic access. There's a few different bits of funny possible with that Kirby fan. I also just don't think they care very much. I do not think our runners care that much about the Volfath if it's Requiem before the Wallop. Oh, and yes, actually, chat implying is a good point. Because of where the long shot is, everything could potentially point to. Yeah, it's potential for some AD stuff as well. For those who missed it, Longshot is hinted to be on HBA, which is behind Burning Cack, so because the phone is on Burning Cack, so that could only lock Shadow Temple, which would be hovers or dins. So if we find something like a boomerang in here, we're concerned. Like if boomerang's the only item in this Forest Temple, we're going Jabu once we find that letter. Irons or Crater Fairy. Yeah, Crater is Path to Bongo, which is guaranteed Nocturne, but there could be a second Path to Bongo item in the crater. And if that's the case, and yeah, double Stone Forest, everyone.
Woohoo!
Double Path Stone Forest, at least, but it's forest nonetheless.
Yeah, we only found Aryu's Love outside, right? So nothing in forest that we found yet. So that's what Exodus is about to pick up.
Yeah.
It is comfy time.
Raccoon is pathable because they're 2-strike and Spirit Temple clearly. I mean, there's a few different possibilities. It could be a strength 2 in here in Forest for a Bomb Bag and Spirit, yes. It is very possible that like half our paths are just coming to this bomb bag, or all of them, but we don't know that yet.
It's been a late bomb bag in a few Season 7 seeds, actually. There's a couple I've seen recently have been quite late bomb bags.
Yeah, their game 1 had some really funny bomb bag logic too. The bomb bag itself was not in a bad location. It was the other two. It was the fact that we didn't get a King Dodongo path that ended up being the main point of discussion for the race. Is the logic on how we didn't get a KD path, because that got funny.
I suppose lucky in this case we had strength and hammer, so we could at least get through DC and get that out of logic bomb bag.
Yeah. This recoil for Xavi.
Phantom Ganon hovers. I like it.
I was just thinking Forest is not Hover's Lock as a side note.
Magic making the Floor Master a little easier. Whilst we're going through Forest Temple, a few reminders for our picks for this race. Xavi picked Open Deku Tree, which both runners did pretty early. We had a closed door of time pick from Exodus, which was an easy one this time because we started with Song of Time. Exodus picked one Cuckoo, and Xavi picked 3 Scarecrow songs. Some quality of life picks from both of them, which make things a little easier.
Yep.
Xavi choosing to use Feroz here. He was peeked that chest above for the key in the room previous. Okay, cool.
I wanted to see if people set Feroz were in that room all the way over there. It tends to be here in the hallway, but either works, I guess.
Yeah, I don't do this. This is awesome. We should do this more.
Yeah, so far, only major item in Forest is Neighbor's Love, which is not Path in these settings because it locks nothing, so on we go.
We're still waiting for a delicious path item. Easy would be Hovers or Derns, but something which routes to the bomb bag would be interesting.
Yep. Boomerang or Rudo's letter would be outright concerning.
I might need to get a top up of my water bottle then.
Well, it's not Redfoo. I don't think we've seen the boss key yet either, so still looking for that. Missing, what, boss key, 1 small key, and let's see. 5 checks left, I think, if I'm counting straight. Hard mode is right as we're seeing anywhere. Yeah. I think there's 3 items left in Forest. Not bad, that's key. At least one of which has to be useful. I was mentioning briefly earlier how, like, if you find something questionable like Rudo's or Rang early, do you continue? But, that's kind of not an issue right now because we haven't found anything.
My vote would be to continue, but I err on the side of caution, so... yeah, it's a hard choice to leave early when you've got a check still to do in a path location.
Yep. Yeah, boss key is still outstanding now, I believe, so we've got 3 items and the boss key, if I've been counting correctly, which, take with a grain of salt as you find another small chest. We don't know what OT is. It's either Minuet, Suns, or Storms. Yeah, I agree with you in that at this point you just go all the way. Leaving early orphan could be a disaster, for sure. I mean, it's not like we've found anything at all. We've got Checkerboard, Basement, and Phantom Gate in our remaining checks in here, and one of them has to have something. One of them has to have the boss key. There's 2 items left. Alright. Checkerboard doesn't appear to... Well, actually, I can't tell.
Oh, yeah, I can't see it.
The camera angles are funny. Is that chest here?
No, it looks big.
That's a boss key.
It's a boss key. Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to have to kill the purple poet. At minimum, do the basement for this path item.
Yeah.
I think even
and
if
then
it's the basement, I think you just kill PG while you're here.
Yeah, you're down here anyway, right? You might as well.
Pretty much.
Otherwise, it's just what if the entire seed.
Yep. You do not want to have to come back for PG. And with the fast forest basement speed up that Kurox introduced a couple versions ago on the randomizer, combined with
It's beautiful.
and VGS, it's gonna be it's not that fast. It doesn't take that long to do PG anyway.
Yeah, forest basement always pays. Oh, we're about to see.
As long as you're going back and watching normal OOT speedruns and no kidding math with all the quality of life changes that Rando's added over the years.
I'm always very confused as well why all the items seem to be in their vanilla location, and then I remember what I'm watching.
Yep. Our brains are just wired so much too random. It's like, wait, what's vanilla like again?
Yeah, I often forget where some vanilla items were. My partner asked me the other day where vanilla ice arrows were, and I broke. That's like probably the easiest one. So there we go.
Yeah, I've been commentating a lot of the Zelda 2 randomizer random percent tournament lately, where a lot of flags are 50-50 on or off, and so and among the flags you can have our vanilla placements for things like vanilla overworld items, vanilla palace items, vanilla spells. And I'm like, wait, where is this thing in vanilla again? I've commentated like 3 races for that tournament, all of which have had vanilla something, so it's been a good refresh. But it does take a bit of a brain rewiring to go. Wait, what? What is this again? Oh, right. Nothing in the basement, so it's PG. Yay.
Woohoo! Yeah, it's one thing which stops me from playing the vanilla is all the quality of life changes that we have here. But if you're on the Discord, then you can also pull the vanilla settings. It's like a bot that will give you the vanilla settings. So one time I should go.
If this is scale chip, I'm gonna die of laughter.
Don't we have scale? Oh, what? Oh, you mean gold scale?
Gold scale would send us straight to lab dive, basically.
Yeah, because we already have iron boots, so it's not going to help us with water.
No, and irons are in logic, so it can't be tech grotto. Gold skill's not going to be for water temple like in these settings. Yeah, path command can be updated to Sacred Forest Meadows. Confirmed paths evolved for Requiem, though we don't know what specifically beyond that. Kratos' path to Bongo for Nocturne, possibly Irons. Kokiri to King Dodongo is one of bow strength or hammer. There's a very real chance to see bomb back on PG, in which case they just spent the last 15 minutes doing absolutely nothing.
It's a nice one cycle from Xavi. Helped with the bigger and sword for sure, but it's still very nice. And it is
Dins.
Dins. Okay, all right.
That's
well,
at
least it's easy path. Yeah, it is a snooze answer, but it's an easy path.
You at least didn't spend the last 15 minutes in here for nothing.
Yeah.
If this had been a wallet or Dins, I would have been very, very amused.
And we're actually very close to Shadow Temple, right? We just have those hovers to go. I guess logical bomb bag for logical completion, but
they don't
otherwise,
care.
But they don't care, exactly. So once we find those hovers, it could be an earlier Shadow Temple. Usually when we have a Shadow Medallion, it's the last one. It would be nice if it wasn't, but I guess there's still time.
Yeah, Kokiri the King Dodongo is one of Strength Hammer or Bow. We just don't know which. In fact, actually, at this point, I think Kokiri the King Dodongo could be. I think our first bomb bag could be like the first 2 checks of Shadow Temple, because I think we've got everything in logic for that.
Yeah, it won't be
And
fire
it is
because
both
fire is
string and
forest.
bow locked.
I suppose we haven't done all of the hammer checks. There's still a few hammer checks left to go.
There's a lot of bomb locked grottos is mostly with hammer locks right now.
Right.
Good chunk of we haven't seen most of field is the big thing that comes to mind.
Right.
That's a small chest on the right hand. Is Central Pillar handed? No. OGC is a Goron tunic, which is one of the reasons why we're discussing the Volve path. Not that they probably care much. Speaking of said path, there's the other copy. It's for a wallet, most likely, because OGC is probably not available anytime fast.
I didn't see what was on top of the arch in Colossus.
I thought it was a rupee or something.
Okay, cool.
Chat has better eyes than I do, though, so they can confirm or deny. Yeah, we're also just not in a rush for fire. Chad also thinks it was a gold rupee. Yeah, that's about what I thought.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, fire would be a good thing to go to if you need some time to think, but otherwise we won't find anything in it being foolish, so that would be the time that I would head there if I needed a little bit of time to think about what's next.
Yep.
And that's Din's for Exodus.
Yep. Alright, so Spirit is path to Twinrova. We don't know why. We don't have a lot left for it, and especially since we have found a fire source, so this is probably the path item. And why is that our first bottle game? What?
Okay. What is left for Spirit? We have bomb bag. We need a bomb bag for Spirit. What's left for Spirit?
We need a bomb bag for Spirit. That bottle doesn't. We know King's Ore is a bow, so that the bottle can't be for that, and Big Pose isn't accessible.
Yeah,
it's not the bottle. I don't think it can lock anything for Spirit Temple, so it's because it can't be skulls. 20 is comfortably in 30 through 50 yard deck.
Right, and
Spirit for Exodus new.
Right. Interesting. No hover boots at the moment, but going to check the first 2 checks was just possible without the boots. We'll see if there's something in here.
Yeah. We can't climb Spirit because there was a key on Child side. So we're gonna see what's up here. We can do Child climb and the fire lock checks in Logic. We have ranged weapons for both ages, explosives, and Dins plus Magic are in Logic. Well, actually no. Never. Well, maybe not the map. Maybe not the map. Sunblock. We don't have logical explosives. Great. We do, however, have Child climb in Logic. Big key for Exo. Child climb should have. Let's see. Small key here. I probably need to get out a Spirit Key Logic document again.
Find the document.
Yeah, 2 small keys on Child climb.
Does that make Child climb necessary to get? Well, I suppose we need to continue going and see what else. I can't remember if that's absolutely needed or not. Like if Child climb is needed if it's 2 keys.
Okay. Yeah, okay, map sunblock red logic because we don't have logical explosive and we don't have strength 2. So whatever Spirit is path to Twinrova for, it's
3 keys, thanks, General Hayes.
Map sunblock according to the strength 2 locks our first bomb bag is what it is. This is not in Logic, and that bottle cannot be pathed.
And Storms is in Requiem.
Okay.
So both runners in the Desert Colossus area, different ages. Exodus having picked up Storms here. Xavi and Child climb, but now exiting.
Yes, nothing in map sunblock, and they're both out of logic anyway. Yeah, map sunblock couldn't have been the. We are strength 2 locked out of the rest of Spirit, and map sunblock couldn't have been it anyway due to because they're out of logic without explosives or strength 2. The only things we're missing to complete Spirit Temple are strength 2 and a bomb bag. Since strength 2 locks whatever the path item in Spirit is, that means our first
Got to be a
logical
bomb
bomb
bag.
bag is behind strength 2, and our it can't
Oh,
be
what?
that.
Hi.
That is logical strength 3.
Oh.
That is hard bomb block. You cannot get that fairy with a hammer. Okay, first logical strength 2. Fountain Fairy is what. Not Fountain, Colossus Fairy. That is logical strength 3. Theirs cannot be path to anything. Sorry, that is the nearest fairy fountain, though. Alright. Our strength 2 has available, and that does mean that the strength in Kokiri is confirmed path to King Dodongo, because strength 2 is confirming to be locking our first bomb bag in Adult Spirit somewhere. We'll find out for Exo. This seed sucks. I mean, these runners don't care their strength 2 is out of logic, but this is... game's got jokes. Strength 2 probably in the well, decent chance, Wayfaring Fox. Spirit is potentially childlike. There's a key on child side, 2 on child climb. Hi, big chest, speaking of things. OGC is going to be in logic if Bombay is just sitting in here. That's
Not yet.
not it.
Not yet.
Why can't the wolf path lead to hovers? It could, or just kind of collectively ignoring it. It's either wild or hovers, and I don't think we care since fire is foolish, so nah. Bottle's the only thing in Spirit right now, aside from this bow. Bow is not it. There is a bow in Mido's house. Bottle's the only thing in Spirit Temple, and Bottle cannot be it because 30 through 50 skulls are dead. We're child locked. Oops, that's an ouch for Exo. We're child. Bottle is not it because King's Aura is hinted to be our last bow. It can't be that bow in Spirit either because there's Midas House bow, and 30 through 50 are dead, and Epona's is on Burning Cat behind Spirit Temple, so the bottle cannot be for big bows. It has to be something else. Yes, that's a path to Wolf because Requiem locks all wallets and strength 3 for the Goron Tunic. Yeah, in all likelihood a top file because our only Spirit access is Requiem this seed. Burning Cat is Epona song, Spirit is the Fire Medallion, and our long shot's been hinted to be on HBA as Exodus picks up his Vanilla Prelude. Also, happy 1 hour, everyone.
Yeah, happy 1 hour. It's time to
Use some
say
shadow?
thank you so much to our runners, Exodus and Xavi. Give them a follow. And today our trackers are Makundi and Blue Roses for you. Thank you so much for tracking. And Star, thank you very much for commentating with me today and yeah, holding down the logic.
Absolutely. It's MC Hundy, by the way.
Oh, MC Hundy, thank you very much. Yeah, that's our correction.
And thanks also to Golden for doing the restreaming.
Thank you, Golden.
Yeah, it's been a very exciting first hour. Very, very heavy on the items. 4 of our 5 medallions are completable. They can beat Fire Temple anytime they want. That bottle doesn't, while it is not path, it does make Fire quite a bit nicer. Big chest here, as well as key 4 on Adult Climb. They just don't really care about Fire Temple since they don't need it for anything particular. As this are finally our major item. We believe Colossus Arch is a rupee. Then there's a
And there's the bomb bag.
Thanks, game. Exodus didn't go to buy a bean, so I'm assuming it's not light arrows on the arch, because he would have gone and done that. Have the option Logical Strength 2 in water? It's very possible. Our Logical Strength 2 can be a number of different places, and there's really no hint for it. Yeah, Spirit Temple is Pet to Volvagia for our first Logical Bomb Bag, everyone. Thanks. Game. We might never see Logical Strength 2 in all honesty. Really, they're just missing hovers, and there's, zero hint for that. Purple Bomber, I'm not sure it's possible to add 2 hours to this seed. Unless something goes really pear-shaped, they have so much stuff it gets a little ridiculous, especially because we've already beaten Stone Forest, which is one of the bigger points that would add time to this seed. Xavi took game 1, as you can see by the gold bar on his side of the screen near the top middle. That said, actually, yeah, Golden, it's really a funny thing to ask since we're only an hour in, but I think we could actually open up a bet for hover boots, assuming they're never mind, we're just in glow mode.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, alright, game. I kinda jinxed. I guess we can bet for lights.
Yeah, we could bet for lights. I don't know what would. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of stuff. So lights being in one of our stone dungeons, lights being in Jabu, I guess.
I bet Baronade for that reason. We don't know what's on OT. Brendan is wondering that, so yeah. I kind of jinxed hovers. I was like, yeah, so we're hovers from glow mode an hour and 3 minutes. Never mind, we're in glow mode an hour 4 minutes. Sure, game. Just game. Being very, very goofy.
We may be able to use the J word soon.
I would actually. I just now thought of it, but Light Trial would be an interesting bet. I kind of want to know where that Logical Strength 2's gone.
That would be good.
Side note, actually having Glare is definitely going to help. Oh yeah, Xavi has no fast way back to Fire Temple's a good point. And, okay, hi Boomerang.
Okay, well we're part way to that Jabu lights.
Yes we are. Yeah, for those who don't know, okay, Fire's foolish, Temple of Time's foolish. We've seen DC, Spirit, Deku, and Forest. We've left a lot of Overworld alone. We've left the other non-mentioned dungeons alone, basically. These layers can be practically anywhere. This has been a very, very fast seed. They've been just rushing dungeons for quite a bit. Yeah, we're missing a Foolish and an OT hit. OT is either Sun Song or Minuet. No clue which. 10 skills for Exo. No idea, basically. Speed Seed, yeah, this is where a little bonkers. Even though they had to do all of Stone Forest, this is still feeling rather speedy. I mean, they've still got a ways to go. Shadow's gonna take a good bit. Fire, it could take a while depending on where that boss key is, because the other Foolish required Fire likes to put the boss key at the very top. And then we'll have to see where lights are. But it's gonna be a good another 25 minutes before we see this light arrow hint, likely, depending on the fire key layout. I mean, how bad Lights and Sunsong Grave is depends on where Sunsong is. Because if Sunsong is just a nice cavern, they'll KZ skip and get it. It's only bad if Sunsong's an OT. Unless lights are behind another item, good chance of sub 2, very much so, nah. Assuming the Fire Temple boss key is not in a truly terrible spot, I estimate. Like, the Fire boss key's early. We could be seeing the. I think we'll probably see the. It depends on where the Fire boss key is. I think we'll be seeing the lights in between an hour 35 to hour 40, likely. Possibly a bit earlier than that, depending on where exactly the BK is. Xavi's got a slight lead on Exo right now in Spirit, but also has to hike all the way back up DMT to get back to Fire Temple, so they're fairly close, all things considered.
Yes, as it didn't pick up Bolero.
Yep. Never one child SFM. Or child Lost Woods, which has not been a problem, other than he just needs to do some extra hiking. Rather literally, since he has to hike up a mountain to get back to Fire Temple. And yeah, X has also done the first 2 checks of Shadow True, which is going to save him a bit extra time. So even though right now, in terms of immediate, where are they physically at this moment, Xavi's got a couple minute lead on Nexus, I'd say they're about even. Going to be a fair bit of execution, and then for the next while, and then we'll see about where those lights are is going to light it. And then, yeah, it's too early to call. What about Pierre? Serious business? It's free Scarecrow, yeah.
And Foolish Fire Temple.
But I meant Boss Key, not Boss Key being there would be funny. But they would.
Yeah.
But even if it was Boss Key there, they would still both have to go and set. Even if it was Boss Key there and it hadn't been free Scarecrow, they still would have both had to go do it. They've not been to Lake at all this seed. Lights are not on Rova. Alright, I'm assuming they're not, even though I did get a good look at it on Xavi's side, because otherwise he would have gotten them, I'd hope. Exo skipping Rang is a good catch. Hopefully that's fine, but that has the potential to be a disaster.
Xavi heading over to Shadow Temple.
Might as well. We are in glow mode, yes, bro. We've been in go mode for about 5 minutes. Seed's been jokes. Yeah, the Bubble Fairy is going to be nice for Fire Temple. It's not the path. The path was our first bomb bag, but it is nice. It is nice to see a jet seed sometimes. We've gotten a lot of longer seeds in this tournament due to the settings drafts. So far at least, with how generous the seed has been with items, it's been a bit of a nice change. Although of course I just jinxed this again, probably.
Exodus also did the beginning of Shadow Temple, right? So he doesn't need to do that.
He did. I think Xavi's had by like 45 seconds. Yeah, I think Xavi is slightly ahead. Rova is just a really long boss fight. But it's close since Exo is Bolero. Bolero's SFM and Child. Okay, what am I going to do the rest of the evening? Ha, okay.
Play a seed.
I mean, yes, Shadow isn't super far from Fire. Finishing Shadow will put him in Xavi in CAC. but it is, more time than just playing Bolero.
Mhm.
Xavi, I would still say is in the lead, but it's closer than it looks. We saw this in game 1 as well. Exodus is a very, very strong player, I believe, coming from Bingo, so has extremely strong execution. So even though he is on paper the lower seed in this matchup, seed 18 versus seed 2, Xavi did some skips last seed and has done some skips this seed, trying to just find little time saves to get the edge on Exodus. Big chest here. What is that? I cannot tell. Another bottle.
Just a
But in any case, yeah, we've done some skip. But yeah, Xavi's done some skips. Skipped Olaf Child, Lost Woods SFM as Child. He's rather fortunate the SFM path to Vol was just Requiem for probably wallet logic, possibly because it locks the first logical bomb bag of the seed. In any case, we don't really care. And he also skipped like Wild on Ranch Silo is the other one I remember right now for Xavi's skips today.
Yeah, we found our first logical bomb bag inside the Spirit Temple, but we were using a out of logic strength to go into Spirit Temple, so there's still a strength unaccounted for.
Yeah, there's a very real chance we never see that logical strength too.
I think you might be right.
Oh, hey, Exodus got the whatever chance it is that is. It got the true spinner right on the first try. Nice.
Nice.
Chip now thinks Exo is ahead. It's really hard to tell, honestly.
It's definitely catching up. Bottom of the wall would be an interesting one. I mean, it would require an age change. They'd both have to do exactly the same thing. It might come down to the execution there.
Yeah. The strength 2 is likely the strength 2 is. I think chat is saying that strength 2 is probably in the well, which is likely yes.
I see what you mean.
I mean, strength 2 could be the well, it could be Hyrule Field, we didn't see most of, could be Valley, could be Lake. Here's a big chest, which is not our light arrows. That
no.
is eye drops. We never saw a big Goron hint, by the way, chat. That might be our light arrows.
Ooh.
Exodus might actually want to go turn that in before he goes to Fire Temple. Just in case those are lights. Actually, they both probably want to, but anyhow.
Yeah, especially because Xavi won't want to make the hike all the way back up there afterwards.
No. Should go fishing with all this bait, ha. But yeah, I think both runners will want to turn in their eye drops just in case. They're going up to fire anyway. It's not very far to get from there to Big Oron. And you really don't want to be doing the trade cost for those eye drops. If it turns out that Ganondorf says, let me find your lighter, meet me with those lighters from Death Mountain Trail, and you go, oh, come on, game. We're just missing lighters for Gomad. It's been a really fast seed. We've been in glow mode for 10 minutes, and change. And it is an execution race. If lights are in order, do you go get the long shot first? That's a good question, Purple Bomber. I'm not sure. Next, this does have the Spirit Medallion. Yes, it's marked on the tracker. No, sorry. That's the medallion from a Spirit Temple, which is the Fire Medallion. The seed, yeah, that needs tracking. Is it fairly limited to start with Midas holding half the game's items? That Midas house was rather stupid, yes.
that shadow key in the pot?
Yep, as hinted. If Hookshot had been in Mido's house, this would have been just even more ridiculous. Although Hookshot and Handle Andrew was pretty friendly.
Yeah, that was one they were always going to get early. So Midas House, Anju, Man on Roof. It's going to be stuff that you pick up early in the game.
Chad has a point. If lights are on 10 skulls, Xavi does have a problem. The Exodus has 10 skulls. 20 skulls would suck for both, but especially for Xavi, who doesn't have even 10 skulls. I know I saw Exodus have 10 skulls at some point on the screen earlier. Chet says apparently Exodus is 1 minute 45 seconds behind Xavi at the moment. Thank you. Xavi has 0 skulls. Understandable, given how fast this sheet's been so far. Thanks for the gold scale of uselessness. We don't need that for anything. No, the game does not require you to have irons to get past the fans in Shadow. You just wait out the cycle. They certainly are nice to have, but you don't need them. Lap dive could be lights. They wouldn't care if it about gold scale for that though, since they can just use irons for it. Big chest, more of them. And nice paperweight game.
Thank you for my agony.
Personally, I don't know if we've seen the winner heart piece.
Yeah, every last item in Shadow Temple, quite possibly.
Sure feels like it as of right now. Game continuing to throw major items at us that gave us a super front-loaded major game in terms of items, and now it's just throwing more of them at us. Not that we need
This
them.
is the seed I want to get when I play, and it never happens.
Ah. Yeah, we do know where Longshot and the Goron Tunic and the Lens are. Longshot's on HBA, the Lens is on 30 Skulls. And Goron Tunic's on OGC. None of which we're getting, hopefully. Well, we might get the Longshot, but that's about it. Oh, and KZ's got a bow. Logical Strength 2 can't be on Bongo as well. Yes, Jace Meister. Both runners will go Ganon as soon as they beat Flare Temple, but you're not going to skip checks in Shadow while you're here.
Yeah, the risk of having to go all the way back down Shadow Temple would be too heavy.
Xavi is skipping the back of Shadow Temple, which is a risk,
Yeah.
hoping it's not lights in here.
Because we'll find out pretty quickly from Exodus whether it is. Whether Exodus chooses to go do it.
Yeah. I mean, the only things really missing that he plays for Roar is at least true. The only things we're really missing are in fact Rudos and lights that could lock stuff. Well, Rudos nothing we're missing that really could lock things. We know logical strength 2 cannot be there.
Yeah, and Deku was open, so no need for Kikiri Sword.
Nope.
We didn't get fire arrows, but we have Dins. It's kind of running out of things, really, that could be a pain. It really is Ruto's letter.
Alright, Bongo for Xavi. Exodus having some minor aiming problems. And X is also skipping back. Alrighty, they're even on that.
Okay. We will have to live without knowing. At least it'll be fair. Once Ganon tells us they're down in the bottom of Shadow Temple. Yeah, because of the placement of Faur's Wind. I didn't see Exo place Faur's Wind. I don't know if Star if you did, but I didn't see it.
Chad says he didn't, so I'm gonna take their word on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have Xavi hiking up to Fire Temple because he doesn't have Bolero. Exodus is probably going to we'll play Bolero to get up there afterwards.
Yep. I
so
think
we might see a
Exo's
switch
gonna
here.
get there faster, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to wait out this cutscene and then the cutscene of leaving Shadow, but I think he'll have a slight edge. It's close.
Yeah, it really is.
This is going to be very, very tight.
Yeah, Exo has Bolero. Xavi didn't pick it up in Sacred Forest Meadow as a child, so we're probably going to see a shift here with Exodus pulling ahead, but it will be close. And as we are going into Foolish Fire, I may leave you, Star, just for 2 seconds. I'll be back in a minute.
No worries. Neither are going to turn on the eye drops. They're both going to hope to heck that is not, in fact, a light arrows at Vigor because they're going to be sad if it is. The odds are very low of light arrows being there, but if that is light arrows at Vigor, they're going to be very sad. Yeah. Exodus having just a slight lead here on Xavi going into Fire Temple. Sadly, we do not have a first chest boss key in Fire here.
All right, let's see how high up the boss key is in Fire Temple. Oh, wow, okay. This really is close.
Yeah, okay, I look over and tell me they're back. Xavi hasn't done the chest by Volv is the difference here.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, if the boss key is in the basement here, they're basically tied. So, Foolish means that there is no items here that can block any checks. In OoTR, Foolish Hands work a little differently than other randomizers. But that doesn't include non-shuffled items like keys, and it doesn't include stones or medallions.
Mm-hmm.
You still need to be at this place with the medallion to see. But
yeah.
that does. But there is a reason. That is, this place being foolish is why we're only now seeing it an hour and 26 minutes in, even though it's been beatable for about an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty common that we'll see a Foolish Medallion dungeon done right at the end. Unless the runner needs a little bit of time to think, then maybe they'll go and do a Foolish Medallion so it gives them a little bit of time to think about what's next. But these runners ran straight through, so yeah, they're going for it. But yeah, the medallion doesn't count as foolish, so still fine. Foolish dungeons can have medallions.
Yep. I mean, they kind of Stones and Medallions kind of can't count towards Way of the Hero Foolish. Otherwise, every medallion dungeon could always be Path or Way of the Hero, and every stone dungeon could always have potential, and they could never be foolish, which just makes it sad. Which doesn't help. Hey, early Bosky. How much Spirited Exo skip? Mostly just rank chests. Covers were on invisible chests, so you couldn't miss that. And Bosky was left hand, so he's peaked right hand, whatever that was. I don't know, but they didn't need it.
And both of them missed the back of Shadow Temple.
Yep. Yeah, the only chest that actually skipped in Spirit was the Bosky chest, which is the Boomerang. So if it isn't Jabu, that's good for Xavi. Otherwise, Exodus has Elite. Yeah. And if it's late trial, they're going to both be very sad, because then it's a case of, where's our logical strength 2 gone? Because no one knows. Logical strength 2 cannot be in Boomerang locked, as a note, since actually there's not a lot of places logical strength 2 can be, because it can't be bomb locked either. Our first bomb bag was an Adult Spirit. They have a fairy in a bottle. That's the first thing they found in Path to Spirit Temple Twinrova, which couldn't have been for the bottle because there's nothing it could have locked. Well is the most likely option for logical strength 2. Yeah, it could also be. There's a few checks in water, basically a little hydro field, valley, lake. We did have a logical scale for beans. Some other loose ends. Lens game is actually hinted to be dead in Ainsley, so it can't be that. We were wondering for a little bit at the start if the lens on 30 skulls could be anything, but no. Or logical bomb bag is somewhere else in this where I couldn't have to get hovers and spirit, but I don't think so. Serious business. A hole for Xavi is unfortunate. It is a key on Wolf, so it's possible that fire was hovers locked, but we don't know and don't really care all that much about that. Never saw the third bomb bag, but it is likely the Adult Spirit one was the only available one. Lax dead as expected, since that was foolish. I thought that. No. Hi, Xavi. I was wondering if that was a bomb bag on Twinrova, which actually would make sense. For those who are confused by Xavi's in chat, we are playing on a 20-minute delay. Xavi beat Volvagia 20 minutes ago in real time. Don't worry about him being there. It won't spoil, of course, the result of the race yet, since we don't know where lights are, but yeah.
We're about to find out.
It is mild spoilers that Xavi has been. There is less than 20 minutes left in this seat. I guess is about what I can say.
Maybe your bet is not looking likely right now. I can say nothing I didn't bet, so there we go. But
yeah, this will be a sub 150 basically.
Yeah.
I am the race monitor for this seat, so I've been keeping an eye on the race route, but I won't spoil. This is 100% a jet seat. I think we can say that. Yeah, Golden confirming, knowing that it's a sub 150. Yes, it is definitely a jet seat.
Yeah, it's probably time to call it a jet seed.
Xavi is not, in fact, cheating by watching the race stream while racing. To be clear, that is explicitly
races.
banned. Doing so will get you disqualified. You are not permitted to watch your opponent's stream or the race stream on a tournament race, or, well, racing randomizer in general, really. And is grounds for disqualification in races and tournaments, because that kind of ruins the point of rando if you can see where your opponents found the stuff, basically. Yeah, to see this too fast to even bother stream sniping. And that includes just listening to the race stream, yes. You cannot be aware of it. Anyway. We're gonna find out here shortly. Anyhow, getting off the topic of stream sniping. Just gonna set for roars.
Alright, here we go.
And verdict on these lights is bottom of the well. Alright.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we might find logical strength too after all.
That'll be good to know. We have to do an age change. We found Song of Storms in Requiem, right?
Yeah. That was unmissable, basically. They're fine on that, but it's gonna be Prelude, Child Change, Nocturne, then go to the well. And, oh hey, Chimp, I guess Chimp was the only person who bet the well, so you win. Even though we had a specific chest and the well has it, so... GG Chimp, I guess. And yeah, well routing could make the difference, but we'll see.
So whilst we're waiting for that start, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Why is it that the strength 2 could be in the bottom of the well?
We know it can't be bomb locked because our first logical... it's probably not bomb locked because our first logical bomb bag's Adult Spirit. In fact, if it's bomb bag on... if it is the third bomb bag on Twin Orb, then it has to be Adult Spirit Climb as our only available bomb bag. We know Colossus Fairy had to be logical strength 3 because Colossus Fairy is hard bomb locked, and all of our bomb bags are either strength 2 locked and or just plain bomb locked. And there's just only so many places for that strength logical strength 2. We've got Valley Lake. The scale on Link the Goron, because we had a bow and a strength in Mitos house, does put Child River Domain in. There's a Love Hyrule Field with that hammer.
I was leaning to Hyrule Field and the
loose
hammer.
ends, but there's just also just a lot of checks in. Well, there's 13 items in there, so there's a decent chance that Strength 2 is in there. Well, some of those items will be bomb locked, but a good chunk of it's available. And
yeah, thank you for that. I guess Exo had Bolero, so pulled ahead a little bit with using
Exo
Bolero.
had Bolero and did the first 2 checks of Shadow earlier, which is why even though he looked behind in Spirit, he's since pulled ahead. Small key underwater there. There's big chest. And
are we in and out?
Yep, there's
nice. Very nice.
Hey, at least we got our answer to that question.
Right?
It absolutely doesn't matter, but that was our answer.
Oh, come on then. Here we go.
Hi, Slingshot. Well, I guess that explains why we didn't get a Goma path, is there were 2 Slingshots available. Not that we needed that. And another big chest. Which is light arrows. That's a logical double dip of the well, by the way. Because strength 2. Sure, that's a logical double dip, by the way, because that's a bob block. Light
Right, 'cause
arrows
you need
and
strength 2. Right. Strength 2 to get into Spirit Temple. Spirit Temple gives you your bomb bag, and then bomb bag to get those light arrows.
Yep. Speaking of strength 2, logical strength 2, that is there. Those are for Xavi. Yeah, this still might cut the sub 140 after all, after his Exodus. And trying to think of which. Yeah, I was trying to think of which dungeon would be fastest for 4 rows, and I guess Nocturne works for that. Virgil, this is a stupidly speedy seed. These settings were friendly. One chicken, I guess, was not an issue. Open door, closed door of time was also a non-issue since he started with Song of Time. Open Deku saved them time, I guess, since we never saw that case ward. And Free Scarecrow was nice and like SFM Adult, I guess. That's about it. We didn't really use it.
Did we see the Cuckoo? I don't know if we did. Did we see it?
Yeah, I'm not sure we did.
Bans for this race were Overworld Tokens by Xavi and Dungeon Entrance Randomizer from Exodus. They're allowed to ban 1 each as well, so that they were the 2 things that they had banned.
It is a very close race, despite everything. This is sometimes jet seats happen where one runner just picks the right route and the other doesn't. In this case, though, that was a fairly straightforward seat. You just had to do the stuff. But I think it's just execution differences. Xavi did do some minor routing skips, but that Bolero ended up costing him a couple of minutes, and then just some other small things. I guess it's hard to pin down any one specific thing. He's not that far behind, even maybe a minute or 2. But the little things add up over the course of an hour and 40 minutes. At the moment, it looks like we will see a game 3, and I slightly mismathed. It'll be just over an hour 40 for the finish time. Yeah, Basil, I leave with like 30 minutes and we're about to be done. In case anyone's wondering, Game 3 is not on the schedule yet. They will have to schedule that whenever is convenient for them, probably next weekend if I had to guess, since I know this is a US-German matchup. Exo skipping last check in Spirit also saved him a bit of time, yeah. That's a good point. This is it for today as far as CSRE streams go.
Ready to get your GGs in for Exodus.
Gonna finish up the seed and force a game 3 here with an official race time. .gg time of, once he hits the button, 1:41:12. GG.
Yeah, GGs.
And we are joined by Exodus in the voice call here. GG, Exo.
Yeah, GG.
Hi, thank you.
How did you find the seed one?
It was a jet. It was really.
We okayed the J word for now. You can go for it.
Yeah, it It was kind of scary because, yeah, I figured it would be pretty close as long as he got the strength in Colossus, because that's something you could definitely miss the seed. But yeah, I was kind of nervous while doing my last few dungeons because I figured it would probably be pretty close.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were right about
this.
that.
Yeah, there really wasn't anything that caught you guys out particularly. You guys both got Colossus Fair like in your first trip to Colossus, more or less. Shout out to that being Logical Strength 3 and you guys finding Logical Strength 2 at the very end.
Yeah, that was funny. When I got the strength in the well, I was like, uh-oh, he might have done well and then gotten the light arrows as well, and maybe he could save some time on me instead of the Colossus Fairy. I'm not sure though which one would end up being faster.
I think Folklore would would have taken longer.
Yeah, probably.
Big thing for Xavi is we saw this in game 1 as well, which I commentated also. Xavi, knowing you're a very, very strong player, has done bingo for you. Your execution's quite good. EXO did some like little skips here and there. Skipped a lot on Ranch Silo, skipped chickens, skipped the entirety of Child Lost Woods SFM, which he was actually slightly ahead of you beating Spirit Temple. But like a couple minutes maybe, as GG's to him here, 143.11, just short of 2-minute difference at the end. He will not be joining us for an interview. But Xavi was slightly ahead of you beating Spirit and Shadow, but then had to hike all the way up DMT, whereas you had Bolero, and that's where you officially pulled ahead at the end game.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, you opted not to do the back of Shadow Temple as well. Was that because you were trying to finish as quickly as possible and just risk lights being down there?
Yeah, I had around 100 checks left in the game, I think, so it was just really low odds that would be something I needed. So I just wanted to, because it was a jet, I wanted to save as much time as I could, and yeah, I didn't want to lose because I do like an extra minute or two of checks. So
Makes sense. That was one of the. You guys both skipped that. I'm reminded that Xavi also skipped K-Sword chest. And you skipped the Spirit Boss Key chest. Want to know what that was?
I saw on Restream it was Boomerang, you all said, but yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, we were a little concerned that might get you back. There were
Yeah.
a lot of big chests in Shadow and Spirit. The Bottle and Child Spirit earned a bit of a pause knowing Spirit's Shadow Twin Rova. It's like, no, that can't be path. This bottle cannot lock anything for you guys. What else is in here? And then that told us that Logical Strength, that Logical First Bomb deck had to be Adult Spirit because you were strength locked out of the rest and you had everything else for the place.
Yeah.
But this game just threw everything at you early game. It was hilarious. Shout out to that Midos house.
Yeah, that was crazy. Midos house. 4 useful items. That was
K-Sword
awesome.
chest too with 20 chews. Just
Yeah.
everything. And then of course, unsurprisingly, the game gives you Kokiri to King Dodongo, which I think ultimately was strength 2 strength for Adult Spirit, but that was a really game? Okay.
Yeah, and even after the Mido's house and getting hookshot on Anju was cherry on top.
Yeah. The HBA hookshot gave us a bit of applause, but you never needed it.
Yeah, it's the 30 with the 30 on the lens as well was a little bit nerve-wracking, but yeah, I didn't end up needing that either.
You had a laugh at the Goron Tunic OGC hit.
If only every seed can be so fast. Exodus, your picks today. I heard a few players are picking randomly. Do you have a system for picking the things that your draft picks?
I don't know really. I mean, I'm fine with all the settings. I think I don't think I'm particularly weak at any of them or particularly like strong at any of them. So I was just picking ones that I'm used to, I guess. So I've just been picking some kind of standard ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We had a chuckle seeing that you guys started with Song of Time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was surprising at the beginning. And closed Door of Time, but then you have Song of Time, so oh well.
Complete non-issue.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
I'm pretty much out.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens in Game 3. It'll be exciting, I'm sure. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
You don't have your last race planned yet, right? So you're going to arrange that for sometime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to plan that. Maybe next weekend if Xavi's available.
Yeah,
Awesome.
good luck on that to you both.
Yeah.
And yeah, GG's.
Thanks.
I think that's about it here.
Yeah, GG's. We're back to golden.
All right. Well, GG's, EXO, and Xavi, thank you both for being restreamed. Thanks to our commentators, Star and Natasha, and our trackers, MC Hundy and Blue Roses for You. This is going to be it for us here on ZSR today and for the weekend, but there will be a lot more OOTR Season 7 over the course of the week, as well as probably some Zelda 2 Randomizer, max percent, and some other things. So stay tuned and come back later this week. We're going to go raid Thunder OOT, who's doing some speedruns of Vanilla Ocarina of Time, and hope you have a good rest of your Sunday.